He finds another.
Even before that Kyrie play, give it up to Luffy, man, to be able to go ahead and respond that fast. Again, he saw that Kyle came through. Daytona's welcome, flickered defensively to get him closer to the team front. And look at the replay. This is what I was talking about. Boom, right there, sets things up. San's also coming through to make sure that he got that stun off in time to make sure Luffy survived. And then, of course, Kyrie cleaning things up under a tier 2 this early on. It's not looking good in game 3.
Turtle number 2 is looking like a non-starter once more. Luffy getting his welcome. Good amount of nothing, he's chopped down, but that's just but a consolation prize for Falcons. They are in no shape to contest.
Biggest lead we've seen so far throughout these 3 games. Onyx going to go ahead and stall down a little bit so that Kyrie can go ahead and grab his buff. Again, already sitting at 3-0. You know, this is the power spike already for Aurora. It's going to be really difficult to play against, so that's why even your frontliners for Falcons are having such a hard time here. Because even if they put themselves in this, I mean, look at that. You either get stunned, you get chomped. Oh, they're going to slow this down a little bit, but I mean, you buy an extra second or two with the golden hour, and Turtle secured for Onyx.
Delaying the inevitable. Onyx knows that they were going to get the turtle anyways, but I don't know if they saw that Marco was going to work the opposite lane. So that's at least a turret on the board for Falcons. They'll help keep this lead down the palpable 3K, but Kelro will make quick work of that turret on the other side as well. So I'd say it's still just the free turtle that Onyx are riding on. That puts him on the 4,000 gold. They find one. It's saving himself. Keyboard with a circling eagle. Onyx refused to get anything over to Team Falcons.
Falcons was so close to at least getting one on the board, and then Keyboy is able to survive, man. That Purify, even if they popped it, he still had the shields to go ahead and keep him alive. Really good usage there. Now they're knocking on this tier 1. Oh, Kelra.
There's their strike. Kelra coming in from the flank. Stop. Flicker in. Hadouken. They take a Hanji. But Hanji don't get the fly off even with the flicker from Luffy, and the punish from Falcon is real. Oakwood punches him down. Golden hour will not save him from Suns, though, as it turns into a 1-for-1.
All right, the 1-for-1 trade at least Falcons is on the board, but man, again, you're seeing it. Onyx playing around the lead that they have.
Tiga kosong nih
One of the
Bang
difficult things here as you see these fights break out is just how kind of birds of flicker. Okay, so this is gonna be okay. So at least a battle spell expended. But again, it's weaving into these fights. The thing that Onyx lineup does so well, especially with Kelra or Kyrie, is how much they can maneuver around these team fights or around these.
Whoa. Was that a circling eagle leading up to Luffy underneath tier 1? Then here with a Requiem, and they get another. Keyboard falls the punish from Falcons, getting 2 kills on Marco.
Yeah, did they just guiding wind their death? I mean, Onyx tried to make it seemed like they wanted to make a play, and then they got punched in the face.
Yes, the only reason why it seems so unbelievable is it happened as we were swinging the camera over, and then it happened. So, turtle number 3 might actually be Falcons' way to redemption. And it looks like Onyx are not going to contest, so they accept the folly of their fumble. Falcons on the board when it comes to neutrals.
Yeah, that's when you say, you know, that's my bad, right?
MB, go again.
MB, go again. Falcons able to get the last turtle. They still have some ground to cover, though. They're down a bit, a few thousand gold up to this point, but they are starting to farm up. And a big part of that is going over to Super Marco.
Whoa.
Wings by, wings out. Marco, can we take a look at the items to see where Super Marco is? Again, okay, so he's got his 2 items. He's working on his 3rd. That golden staff is what he needs to get that Trinity locked in for the squad. So he's done a really good job, despite how things have kind of fallen apart for the early game for Falcons. You know, your gold laner for Falcons, what you're leaning towards. Obviously, Haji, too, only having the glowing 1. You can already see when he drops down a feathered airstrike, it's got some damage.
Sudah kok tutup tadi.
A little bit of a sting there, and he's down a full 1,000 gold up from Sun, so Falcons have to play this very precariously. A minute until Lawrence crosses the corner. Unfortunately, the long lane is in control of Falcons, so that's what Marco can
3-0 ini, Mat.
But he gets answered. But he does well. The very next strike, 2 golden hour, compromising the rest of them. Requiem on a sword, and Falcons get a kill. Now into the back line, turning the eagle, knocking up Kyle. Kyle's a long, but it's wall as Kyle.
Saya barat ya.
The blings the whip fade away by Marco, pushing them back, but they're not done. Oakland runs through. Recalls back, fights over.
Langganan lagi ini barat ya.
Onyx gets the upper hand
What
in that one. Suns unfortunately had to deal with the spatial migration coming through from Kyle. Oh, Keller with a couple punches. Check it over here. They're going to take down the tier 1 and mid. So Onyx reestablishing that lead that they had earlier on. But they're showing some fight here. They're showing some promise. They've just got to find the upper hand. Again, this Daytona's welcome, locking down Flap. Look at Kyle, he finds Suns. That's great, but then this fight kind of gets split up, and they don't really have the room to work with here. Flap has to disengage from it. The Blazing Supermarket didn't get as much value as you'd hope for Falcons. So it was just, again, having that upper hand in terms of itemization for Onyx, and now this Lord is up. So they've got control of it. Falcons here. Do they contest? Oakland jumping forward to give some information. They will reset the Lord, though.
Flap holding this brush behind the reward pit. He's gonna get flushed out by Lupi. Missile expert. They throw him out there. And look at Kelra. Kelra is just doing God's work right now. The fact that he's threatening that long lane, all this while Onyx is also just threatening the dance, makes it so weird for Falcons. Like, what do they commit to? Sure, they have a BMI. Sure, they have the wings by wings, but those are massive resources they're going to need if they want to fight against Onyx, who's up by about 4,500 gold. Well, as well, now throwing it over. Golden hour to delay the damage. Coming on a Flap, and he goes for the shifting skies. Jumps through.
Wah.
And now here comes Kyle. Marco looking for the perfect blazing to win entry. And there's a wing. Where's the damage? Oh, Kyle is real despite the Requiem. Millionaire strike at point blank range. Kyrie finds the double. Making a triple.
Kuat ya, barat ya.
Blazing to win. But he's the only survivor left in Onyx. Wanna clean up house. Kyrie in the mix. Kyrie finds him. The savage in the groups
Ngeri ya.
gets another, and I think we're close to
Mundur deh.
Oh, man. Ignore the lore. They've got waves pushing in here. They'll take what they want. It's Hunger Games right now. Look at the replay here by SDC again. This was a fight that was not in favor of Falcons from start to finish. And the team fighting here by Onyx again, just able to kind of dissect the fight.
Ludwig denied the savage. I counted 5, but that's why they come up, because the 4th went to Ludwig and then Marco got cleaned off.
Well, you can still take the main.
And then the savage tournament. But regardless,
Legendary.
Falcons find themselves in an so familiar spot in this series. Onyx knocking down on their bases, waves coming in from all directions, down being almost double digits. Again, this is an 8,000 gold lead. Evident.
And they got Lord coming up to that top side. Big item pickups here for Onyx too at this point. 12 minutes in. BOD for Kyrie. Define Glaive for Suns. Again, it's just you've got these items locked in that you need it. And you're ready to go ahead and knock down some of these base turrets. So,
and it's canceled by a golden hour. Here comes the rest of them. Down goes Flap. Ogun barely gets away. Pops up Purify. The buy time after the top lane inhibitor crashes. So Falcons are just staunching the beating here. Fellow strike come in from Haji. Blasting away those waves. And they will save a mid lane inhibitor. Top lane still Jeopardy bottom. Up next on the top to defend.
Fernando MLBB. Ya guys. Dari mana nih Fernando nih guys?
Okay, I guess Kyrie's like, if you guys are gonna deal with the defense, I might as well just go ahead and hit the crystal a little bit here. So he does some damage.
Selamat datang guys.
2 base turrets, and it looks like Onyx wants to go again though, because Ludwig's got a flicker and a Daytona's welcome set up. He doesn't have many stacks.
Menang ya Onyx ya 3-0 guys. Tapi juara 2, juara 3 ya. Juara 3, juara 4 sorry.
Kelra trying to do the same Kyrie was doing with the base, except on that lower inhibitor does not find it. Falcons still keeping their eyes on the prize. At least we can say that the Philippines' last representative is just on point, keeping it on lockdown when it comes to the defense.
They hold it on, man. They have to. Again, even staring down this lead, this deficit that Falcons is against, almost 10,000. They've only got a couple turrets that are down on the map to work with. They're nearly down to the last base turrets here. 2 stand for Falcons, and honestly, all these team fights have just been Onyx throughout. There's been a moment where you might be able to catch 1 or 2, But Falcons just doesn't have it just doesn't seem like they have the ability to win these team fights just yet unless something goes really wrong here for Onyx. There's so much vision provided that Onyx can just kind of
Marcel.
because you have control across
Apa yang ditunggu ke aneh?
I would be surprised if Falcons tries to contest it.
Ke arah lot ini.
The best thing the Falcons can hope for is a pickoff of Onyx all the way. They do force Oakwood here to back off.
Setengah darah Marcel langsung.
I think
Ambil hide lah.
they're looking for them to, waste an ult here, waste a battle spell here, to confirm this lord and to confirm the end. What? Oh no. That was welcome answered by a Requiem here. Wings by wings back. So a couple of ults spent already as well as the feathered airstrike.
Those are big ults that are expended by Falcons. I don't think you want to be anywhere near this lord.
Wow, big knockup on Luffy once again. He has done as welcome. Golden Hour trying to save that one target. And there's the shifting skies pushing back and splitting up on its attack. And they find Kelra forced to back off. And now it's Luffy up next. How much Falcons?
Kyrie. Sudahlah, dilingkari Kyrie. Sekarat langsung. Situ lagi.
And now we go back to neutral. Over looking to stop Kyrie from taking any more from Falcons. The ending tally 3-1, but the Lord is still inside Falcons base.
Okay, that was a fight that Falcons ends up getting under their belt. They got to deal with this Lord. It's going to be cleared out. Good thing for Haji and Supermarket to be up there. Again, they're slowly but surely
Pas game
getting
banget ya.
into fighting position. But man, did that take some work. And also, some mistakes made by Onyx into that one. I mean, I guess they just, the golden hour threw them off. Even though the feathered airstrike came back off cooldown, that really helped Falcons. They got caught by Kyle's spatial migration, rescue combo.
Kyrie udah pulih, teman.
For the first time in about maybe 10 minutes,
yeah,
Kyle was able to taste the purple, and it was one he stole away from Kyrie. What's the most impressive out of this is the fact that no purifiers were spent by Falcons. So that means they were in the right spot at the right time for their positioning to matter and for them to split on it up like that. If this happens once more, if this is replicated some way, somehow by Falcons in this Lord pick spawning in the upper corner about a minute and change from now, then say goodbye to this league. I think that puts us at deadlock.
Yeah, it might just do that, and that's why now Onyx, they need to be a little more cautious on how they approach these fights. Obviously, you can see Super Marco online now on the Claude. The ability to hold on to these purifiers are crucial for Falcons to flip this game over. They've done an amazing job holding on to the two base turrets, too, that they had to. Again, even seeing two lords being secured by Onyx, they only lost that one base turret they maintained here. Now, they still have some time to go ahead and do something before this next lord comes up, but that's why Onyx is just kind of playing the patient game.
Yep. Onyx aren't Overwatch right now. You make the wrong move, get in range, in the wrong spot, and it's over. It's a pickoff, and then next thing you know, Falcons can't even leave their base. So they're sending bodies here to try and confirm a slow push on this tier 1 down bottom. Onyx knows this. It's just they don't want to risk it again because it's so close up. What is this open? Already holds on.
He did get the turnout out here, so ultimate use, but again, that's a short cooldown to this point too. Suns will have that backup before they maybe commit to this Lord. A Guardian Helm picked up too by Kyrie again. He hasn't died. It's very elusive. 10-0-2. Picked up the immortality earlier on the runaway, but now this Lord is up. Again, forget the gold lead that Onyx has. Falcons can fight this through. Now going to jump forward, just checking out that bush. He sees Kyrie. Oh, now it's fighting for the space around this Lord here.
Here we go. Some warning shots out of Marco on the Luffy. Luffy chunked down about a quarter of his health. Sets up.
Oh, Luffy
finds one. Answered by both the veteran seconds. A move, but Kyle falls first. Golden hour. In comes the rest of them. Shifting skies. But look at this from the side. Kelroy Marco dueling guns versus fists. And they are so close to taking down Flap. In comes Kyrie. Flap with the dash and back. It's taken down. 2 out of the picture for Falcons. Onyx can smell blood in the water.
They want to take down the base turrets now. Super Marco had to pop his win in nature with the pressure from Kellera onto that fight. So now backs against the wall. They want to stay in this game.
Another death strike. Finally, mid lane Liverpool circling angle by Keyboy. Minutes away. Seconds, possibly from the end. And there's way too many minions. Onyx have delivered sweet revenge. This one's for L5. Sweeping Falcons.
Who would have thought it would have been a sweep for Onyx? But they made it happen. Game 3 took a little bit longer, but still clean as ever. And this one was definitely Onyx time.
This confirms Onyx's third place finish and a difference of 100 grand in the bank for both teams. GG well played, the team of Falcons and PH.
And again, for the Falcons fans out there and the Filipino fans rooting for that last representative of MSC from the Philippines, tough loss here to see that just kind of unfold the way that it did. As has been MSC, this year, probably the biggest and most surprising MSC we've had. And even this one, this series, when a lot of people thought this would potentially be the grand final, well, I don't know if Falcons was ready for this. Onyx definitely came in with a game plan. They executed it very well. I feel like even Falcons tried adjusting game to game to game. But unfortunately, it was just a little bit too late in this one. This one definitely could have been a case where maybe they turned it around enough. Maybe they got a game under the belt. But honestly, Kellera was a big part of this. Again, getting that win in nature, putting that pressure on Super Marco. As Super Marco was the main point of contention for Falcons in these fights. But it's just too much to deal with, I guess, from Onyx.
Onyx had that much of a lead that they were able to use that space and time to be able to get their better positions to threaten Falcons' imminent comeback. If this game lasted maybe 5 minutes longer, then maybe we would be going into game number 4. But as it stands, Onyx are locked in, and they want history to go a certain direction. Already we're entering an age of uncertainty and massive change in MLBB esports. What more? A flip on the script from the M5 World Championship.
And I think, as we saw this one unfold, history will rewrite itself later on. But right now, we're going to throw it over on stage with Rose and I believe Kellera for an interview.
In this third placer match, Onyx comes out on top in a sort of rematch up against Team Falcons Philippines. And of course, right now on stage, we are with none other than the gold standard, Kellera. Hello, Kellera. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, Kellera, let's talk about this. Last year in Riyadh, you were in the same exact position where you were in the third placer match. This is a back-to-back match. And after that match, you told me and you told a lot of people, I don't want to be in that situation anymore. What happened today? Why are you back here? Go ahead.
Sinabi ko na ayoko na maglaro ng third battle per third uli. And last year and ngayon sasabihin ko ulit na ayoko na ulit maglaro ng battle per third dito sa AWC. And papangako kong hindi na maulit itong nangyari sa amin ngayon.
Kellera said that yes, last year he did tell me that he didn't want to play for the Battle of Third anymore. This year, although unfortunate, he had to play for the Battle of Third once again. But he said he is making a promise to everybody that this will be the last. And you know what? Maybe next year it's going to be in the Grand Finals, no? Maybe next year it's Grand Finals?
Let's see.
Okay. Now let's talk about this matchup because we know it's like a rematch for Onyx and Team Falcons Philippines, like an M5 rematch, right? M5 Grand Finals. How do you feel about beating a Filipino team here, in MSC at the third placer match?
Malungkot na masaya. Kasi yung in-expect ng mga tao nung una yung magkakapatid kami ng Falcons sa Grand Finals nga lang. Kaso ito, battle per third eh. And wala rin nag-expect talaga na makakapasok yung TS and YG. And sobrang galing talaga nila. Wala kami masabi sa performance ng Yangon and TS. Magaling talaga sila.
Now, Kellera actually said No one expected this to happen. Of course, he feels mixed emotions. He's happy that he won. At the same time, he's a little bit sad that he had to beat his fellow Filipino brothers on the other side. And of course, they expected this matchup in the grand finals, and yet they are here battling it out for the third placer match. He did, however, say though that Yangon Galacticos and Team Spirit both deserve their grand final slot because they're just so good. They have nothing to say. Now, you mentioned both YG and Team Spirit, who in a few moments' time will be playing in their first ever grand finals. What does that say about the MLBB ecosystem as a whole?
Siguro parang nag-ano yun na kumbaga, hindi naman end of PHR, kumbaga lahat talaga ng team kailangan mo respetuhin and kailangan pag-aralan.
Kelra said that not having the Philippines or, the big three region in the grand final does not mean it's the end of the Philippine era, but it's more towards the teams actually need to start respecting other regions more, those underdogs, because at the end of the day, they can actually give a surprise, and that's what's happening later on. So, Kelra, what's next for you?
GF.
That's it, GOF?
Yeah.
What are your expectations for your next tournament then?
Mas ina-expect ko na mas magpe-perform kami sa GF muna kasi yun yung pinakamalapit na tournament namin and ina-expect ko sa team namin na magiging aral sa amin yung mga nangyari dito sa AWC.
For his next tournament, obviously, he has one coming up really shortly, so he's expecting to
Karena
learn from their mistakes here and apply to their future tournaments. Hopefully,
kenapa ndak yang lain ya bahasanya bahasa Filipin.
fans who are here supporting you guys. I see so many Onyx fans
Gimana itu
here
guys?
in Paris. It's like home ground for you guys, and of course, those that are supporting you back at home online.
Sa mga sumusuporta sa amin, maraming salamat sa mga pumunta na mga nag-effort na Indonesia and Filipinos, sa lahat ng mga pumunta dito and nag-effort. Maraming salamat sa suporta nyo and yun lang.
He said thank you to everybody who came down to the arena, came down to Paris to support, Onyx and of course their journey here at the MSC at EWC 2026. Thank you as well to those who are supporting online. And any words for your family?
For my family, I really miss na pala kayo.
He misses them. Thank you so much, Kelra. I hope to see you on the next tournament once again. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Onyx finishes at the third place here at MSC at EWC 2026, ending their journey. Thank you very much. With that, let's go to the panel.
The Sonic representation.
Mana ya jadi kera ya mengkhianati diri negara sendiri ya.
Can fill our stands at the Lenovo Legion Gauntlets, and now they've fully got something to celebrate. $100,000 in the pocket for Kelra and his squad. The gold standard. Earn a little bit more money when it comes to standardized gold prices, that's for sure. Heading back to our panel, guys, it's a third place match that doesn't give us too much drama, doesn't give us too many storylines to throw in, but it just makes it very clear. It was a day for Indonesia, it was a day for Kelra and Onyx, and I think this is a nice kind of close for Kelra having faced that Onyx third place match as well to switch sides from the Philippines and now do it for Indonesia.
Yeah, it's long-term storytelling if you look at it. If you look at it in just a singular tournament, it makes no sense. But then if you look back at previous years, if you take it all the way back to 2023 and the M5 World Championship, and of course all the other times that Filipino teams have beat Indonesian teams, it's a great day for the Indonesian fans. It's a great day for Onyx fans. Great day for Kelra. Pretty sure Kyrie, Keyboy, and Son just went, finally. So this is what it feels like. So very happy for them. Very happy for them.
It's definitely a new chapter, right? And I think in a way, the fact that it was for a third place match is a little bit poetic, and maybe them realizing that they weren't enemies all along. Maybe there was bigger fish to fry, bigger problems in this bracket that they both should have been focusing on. And now it's a new chapter, right? Maybe not a new era, but essentially for MLBB in general, we're seeing with all of these new teams coming up with two of the biggest faces in MLBB fighting out for third place, we have to start looking at the ecosystem a little bit differently.
Yeah, and I think that's a great age-old story where you see two powerhouses, or maybe three in this case, looking at each other only, and then underneath
Kalau kayak gitu kita main aja lah guys.
underdog, this dark force that's building up strength, building up
passionate communities behind them,
Ay,
and now
Angela.
also building up the ability to challenge the leading players who have the power for so long. And now that's where we will eventually be able to turn our attention with our grand final matchup, Yangon Galacticos and of course Team Spirit. It's EECA and Myanmar. But again, let's put a capstone on the Philippines. Myanmar, I'll let you speak on that. The jury, that's the official final game of a Filipino team, and from the shock of Team Liquid falling out to now this performance. What's your take for it?
I think my takeaway is now, even more so, I am more excited to get back home and cast MPL Philippines because I know the teams who have seen the Titans rule for so long. Of course, Onyx is expected to be a contender now heading into that. I think all the teams back home, they are salivating at the opportunity and the realization that this meta game, how Muton has now developed this game where it's not so clear-cut textbook. You have to have a lot of room creativity. Cheese picks, pocket picks, all the more welcome now that the biggest dogs back home now have to worry.
Yeah.
They have to worry.
If everything stays like this at this point, not even just MPLPH, but so many different leagues around the world, I feel like are going to be chaos at this point. It's true, even from that match there, we just saw the possibilities of no matter what you get, sometimes it can still lose. And even some of the best coaches in the world are still scrambling.
Yung
in
mau
draft,
nonton,
are still
yung mau
scrambling in
main game.
This meta, this MSC has been one of the most dynamic in interesting ways. And I mean, even us as casters, we haven't really been able to guess drafts. We have been scrambling, trying to figure everything out.
But part of that is that sometimes they're wrong. I mean, the players are sometimes wrong. We're proving it here. Not that they haven't put the effort in, not that they aren't amazing and some of the best in the world, but they're trying something, and it's clear that there isn't a clear answer. I think this is the way that the world is going, though. As you can see it, school is hopefully becoming more expansive. We're getting out of those. There is one right way to describe this or to say this. Out-of-the-box answers are being appreciated because we're getting exposed to so many different ideas, and I think that's just what's happening in MLBB as well.
Yeah, for the longest time, the Philippine era has been highlighted by what we call checklists. Checklists of conditions that you need to take in the draft and in the game before you commit certain actions. The dynamism of this meta, as Trex pointed out, came from the fact that that checklist has been thrown out. Because now you have heroes such as the Hiraro and Paquito, who, by the way, it's kind of criminal that they both ended up for Onyx alongside that Barrett's, wherein you can now just have one or two to do whatever they want in the map, and that's your checklist. Because they gain so many things from that. Either they already take out one member of the opposing team, and with that gone, it's the Wild West. Do whatever you want as long as you're man marking properly.
It's tough.
It's tough to
Definitely
overanalyze, Trex. I want to, kind of lean into your thoughts as well. Coming in from a region in the Americas, we saw Entity 7 have a really nice run. They obviously were able to take down Team Liquid Philippines, but it's more to the story of these regions that we maybe don't expect or bring a unique perspective, having less of a spotlight and therefore less awareness of what they believe, how they draft, what they're doing at the global stage. Maybe we're just seeing some of those ideas. It's their time to shine right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, opportunity has shown that teams that are thinking outside of the box are winning games, right? Opportunity has shown that. Even Kelra in his interview there saying that it's time to start respecting other regions. It's time to start respecting the fact that MLBB globally has grown so much in a competitive esports sense that so many regions are ahead of the trend, and with an ever-evolving meta like this one, it is favoring those regions that are constantly playing against, not your checklist players, not your checklist coaches. People are like, hey, well, let's try this, or let's try this, or let's break the box a little bit and get outside of the mold. And that's exactly why we have the grand finals we're going to have today, right?
Well, I think it's interesting because we just saw, if you were paying attention to sports, another world record being broken for an under 4-minute mile. Earlier on in our lives, we thought that was not possible. Many people did not think you could break a 4-minute mile. But now that we've seen it happen, and we've seen a world record broken again with that, you now can train for a 4-minute mile because you know it's possible. Remember, no one's training to get a sub 4-minute mile because they don't think you can do it. And that's kind of the thing here. A lot of these teams, I feel like, and again, this is the eye test. This is me not knowing MLBB and coming in. Didn't know that these types of ways of playing the game existed, and now they're like, you know, we need to go back to the drawing board. I can't just adapt in a day. Like, I need to rethink the way I'm thinking about MLBB.
Yeah, I think there's always been a very clear distinction of how you play the game in the pro scene and how you play the game just for normal people like us. Now, even more so, you're seeing a little bit more of a closer reflection of somewhat RG style thoughts where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this thing. Is it the most efficient looking move possible? No, but it's gonna get me something good, and that might translate better for the rest of my team.
Yeah.
The game slowed down, and then now it's sped up again. We're back to what MLBB was like years ago. Faster, damage. Whoever gets the most kills simply wins the game. Be willing to give up objectives. Get bodies because you can get more objectives.
Yeah.
For the longest time, it's just been objectives.
It is highly micro, yes, this is true. I've noticed it when we came into knockouts, even to the point where Lord dances aren't as long anymore, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes a Lord fight could last 2 or 3 minutes, you know, just kind of testing the waters, trying to play off lane, things like that. And it is definitely timed down. Yesterday, I think we saw Lord get bursted down in about 6 seconds from Falcons, stealing it away from Yangon. Teams are willing to take those risks. And I think that is, you know, it's high-risk situations, and the teams that are willing to do them and execute them correctly end up getting the wins.
Yeah, the esports side, the pro side, was forced to evolve because the game evolved.
Yeah. And you can see, you know, when it comes to performances, there's no doubting that Kyrie had a great game, that he was able to be dominant across all of these matchups, whether he had the Aurora or whether he didn't. It was really good for Monic over the board and I think across the board, of how they approached each draft, of how they approached the play. And this maybe wasn't what you expected because we didn't get to see any of Monic. And so maybe being a little bit let down at not winning a game and the semifinals, you know, Falcons almost made that huge comeback. Now Onic get a chance to say, listen, this is really our last statement. We do know what we're doing. We haven't figured it all out yet, but look at what we do when we're in a good position to win. We can make ourselves go toe-to-toe with the best of them.
Yeah, I think Falcons, especially in that last game, really approached it in the sense that, yes, we might lose early game.
Sepi banget ya.
We normally have the capabilities to drag it out, and that has been the MO for a lot of Filipino teams. Even if they're unable to control early, playing for third turtle, first Lord has always been a major winning point for them. It's like, yeah, we can let them have a 2K gold lead. We can always get ahead, but Onic is a team that is not going to let that happen. We will push and push and push and push, and Onic just did it successfully 3 games in a row, essentially.
Yeah. I just hope this doesn't start a precedence for future metas wherein we just get even more busted heroes. I mean, Suyo, excuse me. Hirara and Paquito has changed the game so much. It brought Barracks back. It brought Eudora back. What a world we live in.
You mean for the first time, right?
For quite some time, I love that.
Yeah, I do love some Eudora, man. That's all I know. All I know is this meta, so it's kind of fun hearing their past, you know, kind of nostalgia for these moments. I was talking about a movie, Midnight in Paris, as well, and kind of the interesting thing is, whatever present you're in, you think that the past is a little bit better. That's kind of the theme of that movie. So you guys wishing for something different as well, maybe? You know, I'm looking at just enjoying what we've got here. I know we had a chance to talk with Falcons. It's not quite an exit interview, although this is the end of their time playing at MSC. Their coach, Moody, was standing by with the turn.
We're now backstage with Coach Moody from Falcons Philippines.
So,
Coach, what happened?
Coach
I
Moody.
guess for the series, based on what happened yesterday, Onic was the better team today. Like, they did the reset better. Of course, it was tragic for us, but yeah, we'll surely bounce back.
Okay, so it was maybe mentality going into the game?
Yes,
Because it was a 3-0, Coach.
not what we expected as well.
What did you think happened? Do you think was it from the drafts that were a little difficult, challenging?
For sure.
or-
I mean, the drafts were pretty much also. We kind of messed up as well.
Okay.
In general, all of the team, I think.
So including execution or more
Execution
so-
and draft, yes.
Okay, so 50-50.
Yes.
50-50. What were the players okay? Like what was the mentality coming into this match?
We were trying to boost their morale, but somehow it's just not there, you know? Like the energy was different from yesterday.
Understandably so.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I have nothing more to say.
Okay. Well, the rematch succeeded for Onyx. What do you think was different about Onyx this time?
Just like what I said, I think they were more prepared and they did the reset better. And yeah, they were just a better team today.
Just a better team. Just in general, better
Yeah.
team. Is there nothing specific that you saw, as a coach, like you saw maybe a certain player's performance was better or
It's hard to say because I feel like we were also playing bad, you know?
okay,
Yeah.
understandable. And of course, again, I think we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but what I really wanted to emphasize on was the fact that it seems like all the other regions are catching up.
Yeah.
No ID, no Malaysia, no Philippines. What do you think this means about the ecosystem right now?
I think it's better for the MLBB community in general, just because it's yeah, like what they said, it's a different year right now. At the same time, I feel like this is an eye awakener for the Philippines and Indo and Malaysia, just to step back and look like where we at. But for sure, M8 it would be different.
I'm excited. Right? So
Excited.
that's the next on the checklist, MA.
For us, it's GOTF first.
Okay, so you have GTF first and then MA.
M8.
And we can expect you guys just
Hopefully.
flip the script.
Hopefully.
But I'm actually curious, Coach. I mean, when we're talking about new meta, new patches, usually the Philippines are the first to adapt. So what really happened this MSC?
I guess before MSC, like I think there was a 1 week patch or a patch happened before the MSC.
Right, yeah.
And we kind of struggled with adapting as quickly, just because the screams that were the opponents that were also screaming are also an MSC. So it's just like it depends on how creative you could be coming up into the tournament, you know. And we did really saw a lot of new heroes and new picks in this tournament.
So that was the setback. That was the challenge. But obviously, like Philippines, Indonesia would have had the same challenge, right?
Correct. Especially that they're not in the grand finals.
Yeah. Don't remind me about that.
Sorry.
It's okay. We're all in the same boat here. But Coach, what was the biggest lesson that you learned from MSC?
I guess it's still the mental really matters, you know. Like just based on the game yesterday, I think that was the biggest thing, that you really need to prepare your players on stage, and like I think it's still the preparation in general, you know. Besides the draft and whatnot, because you do see a lot of games before the matches. It's just a matter of like how can you adapt well and how. I'm sorry, I'm out of words.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm so sad.
It's okay.
Nge-lag ya. Kita pause dulu guys, nge-lag guys. Kebagi banyak. Ya kombonya mati gua. Mati lagi aku ini.
Only
Ngelek.
Deadly, yet with a gentle touch. Our turret has been destroyed.
Apa ada yang jeleknya jaringannya?
Request back. Understood.
Gila. Banyak. Damage-nya kalau kayak gitu guys. Anjir lah, nafsu gua.
Your team destroyed the turret. An enemy has been slain. Shut down. An ally has been slain. Our turret is under attack. Launch attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
Aneh. Baru tidak. Anjir lah. Kena stun gua.
Sorry. Kairos' embers still burn. An ally has been slain. Initiate retreat. Your team destroyed a turret. Instant kill.
Mati dia.
Well played. Initiate retreat. Are you trembling from excitement? Okay. Our turret has been destroyed. Our turret is under attack. Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat. Enemy dominated. Ally has been slain. Shut down. Initiate retreat. Among the great
Sini gua.
only these fans truly know
Seret.
even the dead must look proper. Unstable network. The enemy has slain more. Shut down. Initiate retreat. Our turret is under attack. Understood. Turret has been destroyed. Attack enemy lord. Only the final
Anjing lah heroic lah.
turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Our base is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Our base is under attack. Our base is under attack. Defeat.
Get in your mouth. Okay, look,
Uh,
100%.
okay, yeah, no. I mean, it nearly happened to LFL full stop anyway, I suppose.
Okay.
There's a couple of people who this could be. Who is most likely to fall in love with a player?
Oh God.
Well,
Oh, she's not even here to defend herself. Hold on. Does that say me?
Okay.
No, that's it.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. So we went Brigida
Oh.
and yourself. Yes, okay.
oh, but I mean, like,
Yeah. Well, that's.
I mean-
yeah. That's. Yeah.
Well, you got eyes on anyone in the turn? Or?
No.
well,
No.
multiple, not just one.
That's true. I'm kidding.
Okay. Who's most likely to fall in love with a fellow caster? You might as well have just kept that same one and turn it. Where is it?
No.
I mean, based on the track record, brother.
No.
Based on the track record.
No.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it.
No. I choose Renmar.
I mean, someone is. I mean, yeah.
Who does
track
Renmar?
record.
Who does Renmar love? Oh, is this?
He loves me. Renmar loves me.
Renmar loves
Renmar
Miracle.
loves me.
Okay, we'll keep it at that. Who's most likely to get ready? Take the longest to get ready for a broadcast.
Oh, the talent pool here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the fact that both of you didn't take very long,
Oh.
there we go.
chemistry.
I can kind of see that.
Right?
I can kind of see that. And she's not being late yet, though.
We're not late.
No.
We just wake up earlier.
No, she's not being late. We did have somebody be very late yesterday, but
We did.
kind of remotely the same. Who's most likely to fall asleep during a game? Who's a sleepy boy?
He's not here, but I gotta write his name, bro.
Do it.
It's my boy.
I'll choose from this talent pool. Oh, that's actually pretty good.
All right, Gideon and
He's
Arash.
not here, but hey, shout out to Rashi.
Is he a snoozy boy?
He's a snoozy boy.
Okay.
Gideon as well.
Who is most likely to get blacklisted from a broadcast? Well, be careful how you answer,
Dude.
because you never know. Yeah,
I misspelled his name.
I'm seeing Mirko. Yeah, I mean, that's just without question.
100%.
Without
He'll
question.
never be blacklisted, though.
No, I honestly
Not
think
stable.
that he's that crazy that it's kind of just like
It's his branding.
he's untouchable.
That's
It's,
true.
it's his brand.
He's
Yeah, he's
untouchable.
fine.
Identity.
All right, who's most likely to survive in a zombie apocalypse?
Hey.
Ooh.
Pause.
Okay.
Okay, let's say it.
Again.
Nisu, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to take a punch off Nisu. I'm just going to put it out there. I feel like he'd kill me.
He's a runner. He's athletic.
He runs? Like that?
Yeah.
I feel as if like a slightly bigger guy running is quite difficult. So if he runs like that,
It's
yeah,
the endurance, bro.
fair. Okay, fair. Who's most likely to spend the most during an international event?
Us.
Spend the most. This is the easiest one. I know the answer to this. Oh, really?
Okay.
For real? Okay, let's see it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
This event.
this event is it being bad?
Okay, that's true.
I know you guys want the
But
outlets.
traditionally, I would say this one.
Yeah. Probably.
Room
Wait,
service.
what have we been spending on, bro? I don't.
Hey, it's for the girlfriend.
Oh, okay, fair.
For the lady.
For the lady.
Who is most likely to crack under pressure? Who is not very icy?
Dang, this one's
Ooh.
crack under pressure.
Huh.
Three, two, one. Oh, damn.
And
No, it's her. You're fine.
Hello, Biggie.
I think I cry more than Brigida.
You cry?
Oh, crack.
Yeah, but like to crack under pressure, I cry.
Dude,
when
you should have
I
seen
crack,
her
I cry.
reaction when like
Oh,
I'll
but-
allow you things and don't.
Okay.
Hello, you
That's
guys.
also a valid answer.
Okay.
That's a very valid answer.
Final one. Who's most likely to win MVP in a game? So who's the best player in the talent group?
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Dan.
So
Very nice to each other in this last one.
So disgusting. I'm disgusted.
Nonton ini guys, Mobile Legends ini
Yeah,
guys.
it's nasty. Pretty good at video games.
Nonton
Well, thank you very much, guys.
final ya,
Some
grand
expected
final.
answers, unexpected answers. We might drag some other people onto the talent show.
Setengah jam lagi
By the way,
tapi.
Be dramatic. Go on. Yeet.
Apa ini? INC. Riyadh.
Well, we have a little bit of time to fill since Onyx just absolutely swept through Falcons, so I thought I'd have a bit of a chat with the boys. That one was a little surprising to me in a certain way, but looks like Falcons just didn't show up, did they, Remo? I mean, it's been a long 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That was bad.
Come. You wanna take this? Yeah.
They didn't show up. They didn't show up. I'll speak for him. He's very sad. This is he's never had to feel like this before. Welcome to my world, Redmar. Welcome to my world.
In the world of everyone else, apparently. But no, but you know what? It's again, I can't help but also feel happy for the Onyx boys because it's like a huge sigh of relief from them. Even Kyrie, the way he celebrated, I don't know what he said, but it felt like it was something along the lines of, "Oh, finally, I got to beat these dudes."
And I think for them as well, there's sometimes you see these third, fourth games, and you're a little bit like, okay, well, it's it's a bit of a rubber match if you like. But it was $100,000 difference, so that's a huge difference for these guys as well. I mean, if I'm coming from my point of view as well, club championship points, Falcons really needed those. To be honest with you, to see that happen is going to be a massive disappointment. I think I've kind of been saying along the lines, though, for Falcons overall, today will be extremely disappointing. But how would you say their tournament overall has kind of went? Would you have said that fourth was an acceptable position for them kind of coming into this? I know they would have said all the time they want to win it, of course, but would you say
Mana yang lainnya ini guys?
Globally,
Nggak
fourth is not
rame ya?
acceptable from a unbiased, just outlook point of view. The way that